Good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is Friday, and it is build day 104. Yes, build day 104 on the construction schedule out at Villa FELIZ, and we survived the second floor concrete pour yesterday. It was a massive endeavor. I couldn't believe how long it took us to do that. I totally underestimated the amount of time that it was going to take, and the builder totally underestimated the time. We were there, we started about 8 o'clock in the morning, and we were there until almost 10 o'clock last night. But when you are doing a mono type of a pour, where the beams are integrated into the floor slab, you have to do it all at one time. You can't stop and do it another time. You lose integrity of the strength of the concrete that way. So anyway, we got that done. We got it done without issue. We got it done without anyone getting hurt, which is a miracle, doing all this stuff in the middle of the night with just a couple of fluorescent lights like we did yesterday. And I took my truck and I had for like 3 hours I had it running, and I had headlights on for the guys that were doing all the gravel and the sand mixes and everything like that for the mixing. But again, we completed it. I have no idea what it looks like, so I'm anxious to get out to the site this morning and take a look. I want to thank all the folks who sent me emails saying was I okay because I didn't upload the video yesterday. Well, I got back. You saw what time I got back last night, and I was so tired. I could not do a couple hours of video editing to get everything done, but I got it done this morning, and then I will work on today's video as today progresses. It shows my dedication to you. So anyway, let's get out to the job site and let's see what it actually looks like having concrete on the second floor. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Oh. Hi, Jai. Oh. I don't know where these guys get their energy from, but I'm glad they have the energy. It probably has to do that they're at least half my age. So anyway, I want to see everybody. I can hear all the activity going on out there. So let's see what they're actually doing. I know they're mixing concrete, and I know we got the concrete hollow block shipment yesterday. So I suspect they're doing something with concrete hollow blocks. So let's see what's going on. Morning, guys. So welcome to the new second floor. We completed the pour last night, and things are still, we got a bunch of rain, so this is still a semi-wet here. So you can see from some of the footprints on here. So hopefully and I think we got plenty of sun right now. Hopefully all this dries up and the curing process starts kicking in and we start getting some hardening. And but this is the back patio. That's the master bedroom. And you know the rest, the bathroom over there and the closet over on the back side over there. There's a very interesting development that I want to share with you, but I'm going to have to go down to the first floor and let you know change 100 and whatever. Well, while I am up here, something I want to talk about is the secret gutter system. I had several people that made some comments about it. Some were in favor of it, some were not in favor of it, and some of the reason people were not in favor of it is they were saying things about, well, you know, concrete is porous and concrete is it will absorb and you'll get mold and you'll get growth, you'll get trees growing up out of your gut and stuff like that. Well, this system is not like that, so I'm going to expand upon that. What the concrete itself is just the foundation for the gutter. So let's take a look at it. You see this is the secret gutter, and it goes all around the house, and you'll see all the downspouts are integrated all the way around. But one neat thing about it, and it's still reinforced. And one of the neat things about it is you see underneath, take a look underneath the secret gutter. That's the beam. That is the roof beam. So you have a steel reinforced roof beam with another set of steel reinforcement for the gutter system, the secret gutter. It gives you 2 layers of steel reinforcement for your beams. And that makes it very, very strong. Also, you can see this is the trench. You see the trench inside here for the secret gutter. Now, this trench actually is going to be lined with aluminum. I'm pretty sure it's aluminum. I don't think it's stainless steel. I'm pretty sure it's aluminum. And the aluminum will be corner welded. So it's basically like your typical gutter system with the curvature of the house, like I explained when I was talking about the secret gutter system. The aluminum will actually come up higher to the C-purlin inside the roof, so the inside, which is you want to make sure water never goes over it, that'll be at a higher level than the one on the outside, but it'll be just like a regular gutter system. And then for some reason, if everything did get clogged up, which we're putting the screening in the top of it to prevent any of the leaves from like the trees across, all those mahoganies, leaves fly like crazy. When we were starting the build here at the end of February, from February to March, these trees were just shedding leaves like crazy. It looked like it was raining, but we're pretty far away from it, and it actually was falling in the front of the house. But you never know if it would make it leaves. But the screening will prevent any of the leaves from getting inside there. And then in the event, again, it were to get clogged, then because of the back is higher on the aluminum for the lining of the secret gutter, it would go over the front and just travel down the front of the house. But I don't think we're going to have that problem. I haven't seen anybody that has that problem so far. Well, anyway, let's go back downstairs. I want to explain a new development that happened between yesterday and today, and I'll explain it to you when I'm downstairs. So I am standing in the center of the great room. You're actually inside the camera right now. You are actually in the center of what would be the couch, approximately a 7-foot in length couch. And the great room the space inside here is not really that big. I've always had a concern about that, but we had to reduce the size of the entire house to fit the 25% restriction for the lot. And when we did that, we probably lost about a meter on one side and a meter on the other side, which would have been more than enough. It would have been very sufficient for space and maneuverability inside it. But I've always had a concern about that. Well, last night was the first time I've actually been on the lot here during construction, after hours when it's dark and we had illumination. We had the fluorescent lights, and I got to feel what it actually feels, because now with the roof over the kitchen and the platform for the second story bedroom area, and looking over to where the covered patio is and things like that, I got a much better feel for what the space is actually going to feel like inside here. So I got to thinking, I don't want to be cramped inside here. So what I did was I walked out to the front of the street, and I looked from the front of the street, and I saw a different house. And the reason I saw a different house is because I thought, if we were to take this area right over here, this entire covered outdoor patio area, and we were going to have a sliding glass door here, a sliding glass door here, and a column down the center here that housed one of the drains from the gutter system, as well as the switches for all the lights and everything for outside. I got to thinking, if we left this entire area open, we could figure some way to reroute this stuff right here and use this area as a sunroom instead of an outdoor patio, and still allow all the outdoors in, but using glass instead of bars out there. Then, by removing both of these sliding glass doors, by removing this column, and also removing the door that goes over here between the dining room and what was the patio, if this would be a sunroom, and then instead of doing that, that's all open. So you have all open space. This is open space, going into the kitchen's open space, wrapping around from the dining room into the sunroom, and all of this would be open right here. That realistically makes it feel like there is at least twice the amount of room inside here, and it gives a very open and airiness feeling. And you still have the outdoors coming in with all the glass, and plus you're protected, so you could use it during when it's raining and the storms and all outside and the wind is blowing like crazy. You can still use that area out there. And we still retain the back patio, because the back patio that's going to have the railing that goes around is still big enough for a outdoor grill, and plenty of room for some chairs and for entertaining back there. So I had to go through boss number one first. So I spoke with her this morning, and I explained to her the concept, because we have a sunroom at our home back in the U.S. And we literally live in the sunroom. That was the best renovation that we ever did to our house in the U.S. And then when I spoke to my wife and I explained everything about the concept and the openness, and also the ability to bring it outdoors in with protection, she was like, she thought that was a great idea. And that's really tough. When she said it right off the bat, that really surprised me. So I met with my builder this morning when we were here, and I said, let me throw something at you. And I gave him that same scenario, and he looked at me, he said, that is a great idea, architecturally speaking, because he's an architect. He says that is a wonderful idea. That's a big improvement over what we have. So we worked out the details this morning, and we can reroute all the stuff that we have here for the downspout for the drain from the gutter on the second floor. We can reroute that. We can reroute the wiring over, and we can actually put it against this post over here, this column over here. We're going to have about 60 centimeters of block that's going to go up, and we will be able to hide all that inside there. And so we talked about it. We talked about some window options for the outside, some architectural designs, and as soon as he's going to actually do a draw up for me, and with the drawing, we'll take a look at that, and I'll share that with you when we get it. But I think it's probably one of the best changes out of all the changes that we've done over the past years for this house. Well, anyway, while I'm getting Bahay Kubo set up for Bahay Kubo office, I just wanted, I know the question's going to come up about this change in our plans for the patio, the covered patio into a sunroom. And it always comes up, and everybody always asks, well, if you do this, how much more is it going to cost you? Or you have to have a different contract, another bill of materials and things like that. Well, the thing with this type of a change, and I always discuss, anytime I make a recommended change and I discuss it with my builder, we sit down and we look at the impact. What is the impact on the finances? So the impact on this one is very minimal, if anything at all. So what we'll be doing, we're removing 2 sets of UPVC glass sliding doors. We're removing one door, a French door that goes from the dining room over to the covered patio. Let's see, what else are we removing? But those are the 2 main things. So the cost of basically three doors and windows, or 3 doors and sliding glass doors. The cost of all those, we're going to convert those over into the glass and the sliding glass door for the back of the house. There will be a minimal amount of difference in costs on that. And then the rest of it is basically, there's just a very minimum amount of concrete hollow block that's got to be done. Everything else is pretty much going to be the same that we had for the original room, because we actually had to put a center column up that we were actually putting the light fixtures inside, and we were going to be putting the everything for the plumbing, for the drains and things like that. And he agreed, he looked at that, but again, if there's going to be a difference in cost, it's going to be very minimal, and we'll discuss that before we actually execute and finalize that plan. So I know that question is going to come up. More 6-inch concrete hollow blocks are being delivered today. So by now you should start seeing the pattern. I mean, after you get the footers for the base of the house done, it's slab, column, beam, slab, column, beam, and that's where we are right now. We're in the column. We did the slab yesterday. Today the main focus for the guys everywhere on the second floor is column construction. So that's what they're working on today. So Kabi is working on the pump house. This is we're going to actually close this portion. We're going to have a door over here, and we actually had this pipe right here. I don't know if you can see, it's really dark inside. This pipe right here goes down to the you see that pipe? It goes underneath the ground into the sump, and that's where we're going to control. That's where the power is going to go for the sump. There'll be the regular plug that goes through there. Yeah. And they had it on the outside here, and they were going to put an outlet here where you just take it and plug it in. I said, let's cover this off, and we'll just do that on the inside back here, because the sump pump is automatic. It's got a float inside that will turn it on and turn it off when it needs. If there's water inside there, it will turn on automatically. So we don't need that on the outside. We're going to make it clean. This wall will be clean here, and we'll put it on the inside. There'll also be a light inside of here, and there'll be an electric outlet. Well, actually, this one over here, the same outlet over here, that's going to be used for the sump. We're going to plug in our pump too, so there'll be 2 service outlets inside that we'll be able, and that's all we need is 2 for inside that room. So anyway, what I want to show you now, we pulled off one of the forms. This is actually, I did all the vibrating and tamping right here of this form. This is the one that goes in the front of the great room right here. I want you to look how smooth this is. look at this. Smooth as a baby's bottom. Look at that, all the way through. So I made a joke with my builder. I said, I know all the stuff that I did all the vibrating on, and I know all the stuff that everybody else did the vibrating on. We're gonna see after all the forms come off. We're gonna see who's got the cleanest concrete on there. Well, anyway, it's 5:19. Everybody is knocked off, and for the folks that are staying here, as we normally do in the bunkhouse, and everybody else gone to the apartments and wherever they live. So anyway, lots and lots of progress. You can see I got everything. I got the slab wetted down really well. It's very lots of water on it, so we can get the proper curing. And I'll probably come in early in the morning, or whenever I come in the morning, and I want to keep this water. That's what I did on the last stage. That's what I did with the basement. That's what I did with the first floor. And I just want to make sure that we have very, very strong concrete. And it took quite a while. I've been up here for half an hour. And it's taken me a half an hour to get all this stuff where it's to the point where it is right now. You should see, especially on the side of the beam where we put, and you can see right now, it was sucking it up, and it's still sucking up the moisture, and it's going dry again. So it's going to be for like 3 weeks. It's going to be like that. But we'll make sure that we maintain a daily regimen of doing the watering. So anyway, before I close for today, I just want to do a real quick sweep downstairs and look at some of the progress we made in the basement, and then we'll close out and head back home. Anyway, lots of progress down here today in the basement. We got walls going up left and right. This is a new wall. This wall was not here. And I want to show you that what we're going to do with this room, since the footers were already poured right here, you see these rebar. These were actually set inside the concrete. So we got rebar. So this entire section from right here, this corner, this will all be very thick concrete formed inside here. And then we will run concrete hollow blocks again right there, and do the same with the form with pure concrete on the other side over there. Since we didn't have any idea that we were building another room down here, that wall wasn't there this morning. We have a wall we're moving up. There'll be a window up there, and we'll put the 4-inch, which makes 10-inch of concrete hollow block. It's getting a little dark inside of this area in my workroom. But we have the outside 6-inch concrete hollow block and 4-inch here up to this level right here, and we're going to finish this wall off right here. This wall is completed. This is 10 inches of concrete hollow block, and they started on this exterior wall right here. Something I wanted to make sure that they did today, and I have to stay down and keep on top of them. There's two things that since we are doing it this way and we're not doing concrete forms, I want to make sure that we have these pieces of rebar. I don't know if you can see, we have rebar inside here that will connect the layers. We have the vertical, and on the top of this one there will be a horizontal layer of rebar. You can't see it on it, they're all done on the other ones. But something when they're pouring, let's go where it's a little bit lighter. So I have to stay on top of the, especially the new guys. The old guys, they know I worked with them. So when we're putting the layers of the 4-inch over the layers of the 6-inch, when we put we have to cover up. We can't put seam on seam. We have to do it like this. A lot of the new guys, what they're trying to do, they're just following the brick pattern. I have to have them remove it, and then do like on this one, they would do a half a block, then the full block that covers up this gap right here. That will make the wall much, much stronger, and you don't have a failure point. One full block protects the seam of another one in the event that we have heaving coming in from the ground pressure. So they're doing that. I think everybody is on track. They know what we're supposed to be doing down here. The pump room, way back over there, you saw we had progress inside the pump room. On the opposite side of this wall right here, plaster finish. I don't know if there's enough room inside the generator room to see it, but let's walk back here real quick anyway. Oh yeah, we might be able to see it. Yep. We have all but this one little section right here. So all of this is done inside here. This room will not get 10 inches on interior. We're not supposed to have 10 inches anywhere on the interior. So this is 6-inch over on this side, and this is 6-inch, but the outside, all the exterior walls will be 10-inch. So anyway, lots of progress down here in the basement, and we're moving forward at a great rate. So let's head back upstairs, and let's get out of here. So I got to tell you, I am so happy with the progress from yesterday and what's going on today. I can actually see the house. It's evolving, and we're getting there. We are 104 days into construction as of today, and I am very happy with where we're at right now. Something I did not bring up today, and I meant to do it in the middle of lunchtime. I was hoping to do it by Haikupo time, but I actually took a siesta with one of the workers back here. So anyway, but one of the things is the marketing team received the reservation agreement from Mr. Montanola, who is the developer of Tierra Maria Estates here. For those of you who are interested in any of the land back here in this phase, anything, the ones that aren't taken, these two are taken here, but any of the properties that are back here in this phase, and there's probably, I don't know, a couple, maybe 150, 200 lots. I don't know exactly how many there is. I never counted them. But if you are interested, remember it was under a moratorium. Well, the talk that I had with the developer in the meeting about allowing people to put a reservation request in got approved. It's approved through the marketing, and they actually have the agreement. You can either get that agreement, reservation agreement, through the marketing team, or you can actually, if you're interested, just let me know and I can forward you a copy of it. My email information is in the About tab on My PI Dream. So a major victory, I think, for us who actually want to build and retire here in the Philippines, and specifically here in Tierra Maria, and even more specific in this part of the development, which was off limits for a while. So anyway, I'm going to close for today and get home. I didn't order anything from Tess this morning because I have some salad. I want to make like a very nice salad. I want to eat healthy tonight. So if you enjoyed today's video, please I've been having planes fly over this property all day long today. I think everybody wants to look at how my build is going. Well, anyway, if you enjoyed today's episode, if you found it informative, if you found it the least bit entertaining, please give me a thumbs up, please share, and if you have not subscribed, please click on that little My PI Dream in the bottom right hand side of your screen, and then you'll be a subscriber, and then you will get the latest updates as I push them. So anyway, until tomorrow, which is going to be, what day is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Saturday. Saturday, and it is going to be build day 105. Yes, 105 on the build schedule here at Villa FELIZ. You have a wonderful day. Okay, I see you. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow. Bye.